Good morning. It is April 29th, and I just want to take a few moments. By the way, I'm Ken Myers, and I run pedal pulls like many of the other guys around. I just happen to be the guy that speaks to you. Um, we have uh, discussed for a few minutes nationals. And I think most of us are right now saying we've got to wait a little while to see how things shake out. I think anybody that thinks the season will be normal is not quite uh, being fair to themselves. So we will expect that there will be cancellations. Always are a few from many reasons, but in this case, we all know it's the virus. And we have to be aware of how it all works. Now, for instance, in our case, the polls we run, it is not uncommon for us to have a huge crowd stacked around the track. And so if we are going to have that, then you know uh, that's a problem. And so unless we can figure out a ways to work around the distancing and stuff, we're going to have some issues with that. I do think we're more open to adjustment than a lot, but it's not we on the track that have to be open to adjustment. It is our crowd that watches us. So everybody's going to have to be involved in the solutions to these problems. What I'm here to say now is at this moment, everything is moving forward with the idea we're going to try to have as much of a normal season as we can. So the states start in August and work their way through, uh, and then national on the 19th of September. Uh, as a member of the National Board of Directors, I too have a concern because I'm a proponent of every kid gets a chance, and so uh, a youngster may qualify in June, two of them, and one may grow a ton by September. One may not have grown as much by September. So just because we're both qualified, maybe even the same place, doesn't mean that we're going to stay even. And so this might be one person's year versus another. I had a daughter who was part of a group of girls that was absolutely incredible. Not one time in the years from 4 through 12 was there a returning or another a champion who won more than once. In that group, easily the top three were the 10, 11, and 12-year-old champions. They defeated all the rest who had been champions prior to there to get their turn at the top. One of them won an international several times, and that's certainly a different format because that's the same equipment every year. But when it was open, it's no longer there. But the national is a special place, and although any one of those three could be on anybody's Hall of Fame, the bottom line was none of them were able to put it back to back. So that's the competition. That's what you see at nationals. Um, and those last 3 years, those they were never separated by more than a foot from first to third. And they may have been 6 feet ahead of everybody else, but they were never separated by much. And so that kind of excitement is what we all miss and all want to see. So right now, it's a matter of being patient. You got to go ahead and set up scheduling because you know what? If they decide that we can do this stuff regular, somebody's going to hit all those dates that are open right now. And if you haven't locked up a day with a puller, you could get shut out. Even if you've been there regular, they're going to get 10 calls. because if those other dates were shoved back, they're going to be looking for a place to land. And if you got something hot in July, especially, we all know how tough July gets to get a date open for one of our bigger pullers like ourselves. You can't afford to let those just sit there. So I suggest you go to your state page and you look at the available pullers in your area and have a conversation now. And if it's a regular that you normally use, you need to have that conversation. So one way or another, you've ironed out an arrangement so that you can have yours if you want to. Okay, that was the pitch for everybody. Now, as far as I know, this will be on Nebraska's, and Nebraska moved their state indoors again. And you go to the website and you will see the date and time. The only issue seems to be whether the poll starts at 9:30 or 10. Okay, you just get in there, get signed up, and get ready. Okay, Missouri, everything is on schedule to do it just like we've always done it, and at this point, we don't see a change in that on August 23rd, that Sunday. So until we know more, that's our be our plan. And Iowa is the Saturday after Labor Day, as always, and still in Marshalltown, we understand, the college. So the arena is being fixed in Iowa, but we don't expect it to be available yet. So for all those that see this note, we have to keep in our minds that patience, you know, it's okay if the kids aren't patient, but we, the adults, need to be patient to help them stay loose. You let them get out there and run in the yard and trike and bike and do those things they can do in a more isolated fashion. Keep their lungs working. Dare say I've seen a lot of respected people talk about going through the virus and how important it was that their air and lung capacities be in good shape. And so I don't prescribe to the ones who said they did a military style workout while they were doing it. I know how hard they push to keep the lungs clean and clear. That's not going to be something I can do. Okay, so we all have to find our way, but I have to express my concern that we're opening up the Midwest way fast. The stuff's just getting here, and I am home based in Iowa, and Iowa is flying up right now, and we're opening. They could easily single-handedly wipe out our pedal pull season. We're going to hope that it doesn't go badly, but all we can do is hope. There's absolutely no scientific fact that tells us it won't. Okay? So in our own way, we just have to face each day's dilemmas as we do. We're all in a place that none of us planned on being in. And so what we need to do now is think about down the road. What can we do to make down the road better? And so if we each do our part, we'll help give us a better chance to have the season outside that we want. And so for right now, I'm going to sign off, and we'll try to get back with you or keep watching the websites and Facebook pages for information as we know. We at Myers Pedal Tractor Pulls, we just added a new one. And so people are looking at different ways. This one's toward the end of the season, a little easier to plan that way, but the first hit will be June's. So we'll see how the Junes go. From our location here at the Myers household, have a great day, a great weekend, and just keep on trucking. Bye-bye.